Welcome. I am excited to be outside today. It's been a very important part of my healing journey to spend time outdoors and to be in nature. It is very helpful to let me be in the moment. And so today's practice, we will be taking in all of the sights and sounds and sensations of our natural environment. If possible, I'd love to invite you to just get this on your device, your phone, your iPad, find a little spot outside or maybe even just near a window so that you get some sunshine and some nature coming in to be part of our practice today. Today we're going to start with some just simple exercises to really just take in the fresh air of nature. But before we do that, I invite you to just come to a comfortable seat. It could be something like this in hero's pose, or feel free to come to a cross-legged seat. I'm doing today's practice without props to allow you to be outside with less effort. So come to that seat. Find a place in your breath where you can just observe and take in the awareness of your surroundings. You can do that with or without your eyes open. Eventually, I'd like us to come to eyes closed, but right now I'm taking in the blue sky, the beautiful flowers and the trees. And now I invite you to close your eyes and tune into the sensations of nature that are surrounding you. I have the birds chirping around me, the running water of my fountain behind me. There's still a little bit of Christmas to the air this morning, but the warmth of the sun is also coming in. Just take in your breath. Take your right hand underneath your left armpit and your left hand underneath your right armpit. And just bring your attention inward and trace your breath through your body as you inhale and expand and exhale and release. And see if you can sense yourself being part of the surroundings that you're in, the natural environment in particular. If you kind of imagine the whole world as being this energetic web of energy from different beings, from the airflow, movements of the birds, the bunnies, whatever nature you might have around you. Just let yourself tune in to that pulse of energy and imagine that your own breath and heartbeat are syncing up with the natural space around you. It's a great practice to just sit in silence in nature like this. So if this feels really good to you, feel free to pause the video and just take in your surroundings for as much time as you'd like. And when you're ready, you can restart the video and join us in the rest of our practice. Go ahead and release your arms and bring your fingertips down to the earth. Feel that connection of your seat. Feel your fingertips connected to the ground. The inhaling and exhaling feeling that solidity, the permanence or seeming permanence of the earth beneath you. And then on the inhale, take your arms up overhead, letting your fingertips touch at the top, creating space as you inhale by anchoring in your hips to the ground and letting your ribs lift up, so you're creating space in your torso. Pausing for a moment at the top of the inhale, and then as you exhale, you'll gently rotate to the right, letting your left hand come to your right knee and your right hand come behind you. And as you breathe here, just filling up, lengthening as you anchor your seat, as your right arm helps bring in that alignment in your back, taking in the nature around you. And inhaling your arms back up, pausing at the top, and then exhaling in the opposite direction. Left arm behind you, letting it help provide some alignment in your back. As you inhale, you'll lengthen. As you exhale, let yourself come just a little bit more deeply into the rotation. Inhaling again. And we're going to do that again. Exhaling to rotate. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to rotate a little deeper. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. You might feel the little clicks in your vertebrae as you lengthen and rotate. It's really good for spinal alignment. Exhaling. And then we're going to take ourselves into a cross-legged seat if you're not there already. And you can just stay in a regular cross-legged seat if that's comfortable for you. You can also bring yourself to sit on something, maybe folding your mat or bringing an extra blanket to sit on. And if it's comfortable for you, I like to cross my shins on top of each other for this. I'm going to start with the right on top of the left. If that isn't comfortable, just let your right shin come in front of your left. And your hands again by your sides, and just gently let yourself tilt forward so that you start to feel a release in your hips. Inhaling in, again, feeling the connection of your seat to the earth. Letting yourself just come maybe millimeter by millimeter a little bit further forward, and imagining the release and the lubrication in your hips as you do this. Breathing in that fresh air. We'll come back up to an upright seat and we'll switch directions. So you'll bring either your left shin in front of your right, or you can stack your left shin over your right. Inhaling in, exhaling to tilt forward, just to the point of sensation. And as you sit here, you'll feel that sensation shift a little bit the longer you stay in a posture, even if it's in somewhat of a static mode. You're not moving per se, at least purposefully, but inside there's a lot of movement happening in your cells. You may take a breath and come a little bit deeper if that feels good. If it doesn't, just come back to wherever feels just right. Coming back up. We're going to let our legs come out. So a lot of today's practice is going to be seated so that we can really feel the connection to the earth, that part of our natural environment. So take your legs wide here. And we're going to come forward again into that same forward fold. You may not come as deep. Again, we're just finding that point of sensation, and you'll feel a lot more of the sensation in your inner thighs here. And bring your hands to wherever helps you feel stable. Inhaling to lengthen your torso and exhaling. And you can come forward as much as you'd like here. You can even come all the way forward with your forearms or even your forehead down if that feels good. But if it's a little bit too intense, it's really about letting your body gently release. So much smaller, more subtle movements are the intention here. Imagine you're watching a little caterpillar just slowly inch along. That very small movement, eventually it will get to its destination, but it's not in any hurry. And then walk yourself over so that your hands are surrounding your right foot. And go ahead and flex your right foot here. And let yourself come forward over, folding over that right leg. Again, to whatever extent feels good. You may have your arms support you. You want to have both of your sits bones on the earth. So if you do this, it makes your other leg come up, then back off a little bit. So we're breathing again into the rotation. Breathing in that fresh air. Feeling yourself really aligned and in tune with that energetic frequency of that natural web around us. And then we'll walk ourselves over to the left, letting ourselves come forward here. This is a great thing to do first thing in the morning. Just letting your bodies wake up, bringing some gentle movement, filling yourself with air. Coming back up here. And then go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together. Got a lot of hip openers this afternoon or this morning. Feet together into butterfly pose. And just kind of flap out your wings a little bit. And then gently let yourself fold forward here, maybe using your elbows into your thighs to help gently create some more space there. And coming back up center. And then we're going to come into a tabletop position and flow through cat-cow a little bit here. So curling your toes under on the inhale, lifting, gaze, pressing into the earth, feeling that connection. Exhaling, putting the tops of your feet on the mat, pressing in to the ground, lifting your belly into towards your spine, dropping your head, letting your neck just release. We're going to flow a few times here in cat-cow, just letting yourself feel organic. You are organic. You are part of nature. Let your head get out of your way and just see what feels natural to you right now. Maybe you're rolling your hips out, noticing where you feel good, where things might be tight or constrained. And then go ahead and press back into child's pose for a moment. Inhaling yourself up, lifting onto your shins. Feels great right now for me with that sun just warming me up. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhaling yourself forward into either a low cobra, a high cobra, or an up dog. Exhaling yourself back to child's pose. And we'll do that 2 more times. Nice inhale in. Exhaling back to child's. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back to child. One more time. Inhaling. Breathing in that fresh air. Exhaling. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back to child's. Bring your hands a little bit forward of your shoulders, curling your toes under. We'll come into a downward dog. Adjust for your surface. This surface for me requires a little bit shorter of a down dog position than I would if I had more stability on a sticky mat, indoor posture. And then gently let your toes walk up to your fingers and just let yourself fold over here. Maybe bending your knees as much as you need to so that it's comfortable to have your torso resting on your thighs. And just let yourself gently sway from side to side, wiggling your head a little bit to release some tension and that you might have in your neck. You want to be fully free of tension here. Again, moving organically, naturally, pressing in with your feet. Let your fingertips just gently trace up your shins, up your knees, to your thighs, to your hips, to your sides. And come up, letting your hands come down to your sides. And we'll pause here in mountain pose. Mountain pose is a great posture for appreciating nature. And close your eyes here, finding your mountain. I'm fortunate enough to have these beautiful Red Rock Mountains behind me, surrounding me. I'm sharing some of that beautiful Red Rock energy with you right now. And take a nice inhale in. And then grab your right wrist with your left hand. Press in with your right foot, anchoring down as you lift and open on the right side. Feeling the space that you're creating. Inhaling again, all of that beautiful air. Coming back to center and switching sides. Right hand on the left wrist. Pressing down with the left foot. Creating space on the left side. Breathing in here. Coming back to center. Let's exhale and gently, slowly swan dive forward, bending your knees to protect your lower back.
You can bring your hands behind your ankles if that's comfortable for you. And then inhaling, pressing down, coming back up to center. Exhaling your hands to heart center. We'll do that again, inhaling in. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We're going to do a balancing pose here. So I'm going to start on the right. So feel that left foot really anchored in. It's helpful if you have a nice solid surface underneath you, or maybe if you have a tree or something handy. This is a great opportunity to just get nature involved in your practice. So starting by bringing the weight into your left foot, bringing your right foot into your right hand, and then coming forward here, just opening up. If this balance is a little bit too much for you at this point, feel free to just stay here with the opening here, pressing in with the left foot, having the nice opening in the thigh on the right side. And then we'll bring ourselves back up. Exhale down, and we'll come to the opposite side. So bringing your energy and attention into your right foot, you'll bring that left foot up behind you, feeling the opening. If you like the feeling of coming forward into dancer, go ahead and do that. Or just the opening of the thigh and hip here can be feel really good. Again, you might feel that alignment as your foot is anchoring in your energy and arm are reaching up, bringing in all that natural beauty, cleanliness of the air around you. Exhaling, releasing, taking it in here. Another swan dive forward. Inhaling to stand. Exhaling, your hands to heart center. And this is where we will stop for today. Thank you for joining me in nature to awaken and energize. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.